Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Comic Book Geezers. I'm your host, Pete, and my co-host and partner in crime, Wild Bill, on the other end of the Zoom. There he is. Say hello, my friend.
Hey, comic book fans. How's everybody out there in cyberspace? I'm Wild Bill, the Unknown Comic. Welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Geezers. Great to be back again. We are doing our favorite covers of the Fantastic Four, Pete and I. And Pete's got a hell of a bigger collection of Fantastic Four than I do, but I got a decent size. I didn't have many before I started collecting my second time around, which was like 4 years ago. I only had like maybe 8 or 9 issues, 7, somewhere in there. Now, closer to like 50 or 60 now.
I had a good amount before I started getting back into it again, but I got like a half of three-quarters of a long box. That's a good amount. So how we're going to work this is we were going to do 10 or 15 or whatever. So we each just kind of pulled a stack and we're going to kind of ping pong back and forth and show off. So I'm going to do mine in order that they were published. I'm not sure if Bill is sticking to the same rules here. It doesn't really matter. So I'll have Okay, I'll have you start off. Let's see your first one there.
All right, so mine actually isn't even really technically it's a reprint of the Fantastic Four, but it just Marvel's greatest comics. This is number 35, and I just love the cover with the Silver Surfer on it.
Is that the Watcher in the background hanging out too?
Yeah, and ironically, even though it's a reprint, on the inside it doesn't tell you what specific issue the Fantastic Four this is copied from. It drives me nuts, man.
I never understood why they did that.
And I can't find it, so but I think technically out of my Fantastic Four collection, this is probably the oldest of the storyline that I have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have number 1, but this would be it. This would be the oldest moving forward. So I love that. So I picked that one. What do you got for your first?
Speaking of the Silver Surfer.
Oh, nice.
Number 55. Yeah.
How about it?
Yeah.
That's nice, man.
Yeah, I got this one.
How long have you had that?
Not long. I got this probably late last year, I think.
That is sweet, dude.
Yeah.
That is really, really sweet.
Well, it's one of that original run of issues where Surfer and Galactus first appeared. But there's 2 of them that are like, astronomical in price. But I was happy to get this one. It's a good one.
I got moving right along. My second oldest Fantastic Four. I have number 59, but Sandman on the cover. Fantastic Four. This is issue 61. But this is just
that was my number 2 pick as well.
Very nice.
I love this issue and I love this cover and I kind of dig the new Sandman costume. As opposed to his old one where he's just kind of like a convict costume. I kind of like this. And he's just an awesome.
It's a good issue too.
It is a really good issue. And I don't know. I always dug him as a villain. I think he was great fighting the Fantastic Four, fighting Spider-Man, fighting the Hulk. I mean, he was a guy who got around, but a really cool villain, I thought. Really cool.
Yeah. What else do you have? Oh, okay. Because that was like a tie kind of.
That was a tie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Again, Marvel's Greatest Comics. Issue number 46. This, again, like a collage of villains action there. Sandman, right? Who else is in here? I don't know who the hell this guy is down here. That's not Ballstar.
Is that Blastar? It looks like Blastar.
Is that who it is?
That's Blastar,
well, maybe because of it. He usually looks gray, like he's colored green and yellow in here. That's what threw me off, but I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway, it's a great action cover, man.
And I'm almost positive that is identical to the cover of the original issue, which I have.
Yes, it is. I think I got this at a con for $1, man. That's why I grabbed it. I just love the cover, man. Again, going back to buying comics because you like the cover,
Yep.
And there's the Fantastic Four, so.
All right, mine, and I think this was the most recent one that I picked up. I love this cover. It's awesome. Number 73. Gotta love when Marvel did this. They had, a lot of times you see like the Avengers against the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, blah, blah, blah. So here you got Fantastic Four minus Sue going against Daredevil, Thor, and Spider-Man. Pretty cool. Great Jack Kirby cover.
I have that issue also, but it's a lot dingier, It's like it's got that yellowish brown, like old newspaper kind of look the yellow is like, getting old,
Yep.
dingy. I've always liked this. I got this last year. When 121 Fantastic Four. This is just great. Anything with the Silver Surfer on it with the Fantastic Four is worth getting.
And arguably, John Buscema was the best at drawing the Silver Surfer. It's either him. It's down to him or Kirby. I think both of those guys were very good.
So I just like that, and there's a good storyline in there in those early 120s.
Oh yeah, very good. All right, this one, I love this cover. I wish they did more with this villain, but number 56, Claw. That's just a great cover. Of course, who's missing here? No Human Torch to be found.
Ah.
I don't know where he is. Probably off hanging out with
hiatus.
Probably off crying about Crystal leaving him or something, right?
Yeah, he's on hiatus.
Yeah, that's a good cover. Good villain, I thought.
123, again. We got Silver Surfer. Another great cover.
Very nice.
Galactic. What would you call it? The circular action.
Yep.
Right. We got Galactus, Sue, and President Nixon. I'm not a crook. See, that's a good example with Nixon on the cover about how comics interlaced reality into comics in their fantasy world. They both take real events and they stayed current with the readers by doing that.
And they did a very good job of that during the 70s.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
All right, more Kirby Senate greatness here from number 59. I love the early stuff with the Inhumans. I mean, Black Bolt, very cool character. Although I think that Black Bolt as a character would have been more famous had they allowed him to speak. I personally think that the Inhumans didn't really take off because he really didn't have much of he had no character, right? He's just this silent guy who, cool costume, all cool powers, but.
And it wasn't like the rest of the characters could speak for him and have it carry over. It wasn't good enough, right? Because they always talked about how he was thinking.
Yep.
But issue 127 with good old Mole Man.
There you go. Got to have the Mole Man.
So strikes a tender nerve in my heart with Mole Man. Really good cover, man. Total eye candy.
Yep. As is this, number 74.
Ooh, yeah.
Galactus the Surfer. Look at that. No Fantastic Four to be found.
This was one of my original, like I said earlier, I only had about 7 or 8 years ago, and this was one of them, and it's because of this cover, man. Damn, that's hot. Ooh.
Well, that's the love trio right there. I mean, that's very notable issue.
Yeah, but it's just in such a great shape, and I bought this back like in the 80s, man. This was like in the thrift store or something, man, for like a buck or two, and I was like, I don't have any Fantastic Four. Might as well get that one. That's how it was back in the day. If you like the book the way it looked, and that one, how can you go wrong, So.
And you got Quicksilver, Marvel's version of the Flash. Although I don't think that he was ever as good a character as the Flash was. But whatever. More Inhumans.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I was gonna say that the Quicksilver I always felt like it was like a copycat Flash. Like, I don't feel like Marvel needed a Flash character, but they always seem to go toe-to-toe with each other that way. Like,
he wasn't very interesting
Marvel
either.
has Mr. Fantastic, and who's DC got? Plastic Man, right?
And Elongated Man, yeah.
Right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Elongated Man was the other guy I was thinking of. So
my issue with Quicksilver, I just never thought he was interesting at all. I mean, I thought he was terrible when he was in the Avengers. And then they had him in the Fantastic Four a lot because he had the relationship with Crystal. And I don't know, I just was never a big fan of him. Speaking of Crystal and the Inhumans, here they are again. I love this cover. All ready to go on to action, on to battle. Of course, this is the big feud with Black Bolt's brother Maximus here, but another great Kirby Senate cover. Back to you.
I'm moving right up. 134.
That's
again one of the originals from my collection back in the day. But yeah,
Dragon Man.
Great action cover, man. You know, this is the kind of book a kid could flip through. You know, a young kid who can't read, you know, and be able to pick up the storyline in here. But yeah, that's a great cover.
Would you say, I know we've kind of said this a lot, but would you say that John Buscema's best work was in Fantastic Four? Because I don't know what it is about the Fantastic Four, always brought out the best in the artists they were covering. And John Buscema did some great stuff with Conan and
I was going to
Avengers.
I was going to say Conan, and then maybe Fantastic Four is number 2. I would say Conan is his number 1 work, but it's awesome, you know.
Yep.
As you're going to see, because I guess.
All right, I got a little more Kirby stuff coming on here. This perhaps is my favorite cover out of all of them. Another Kirby Senate masterpiece that we've shown often on this channel. It's in great condition, number 84. Just Dr. Doom.
The overlooking pose.
That's right. Doom the Overlord.
Yeah. Dr. Doom overlooks.
Yep. Very cool.
Issue 135. The next one after 134. Again.
More Dragon Man excellence. Yeah.
Yeah. Great action. You know. Again, one of the originals from my collection.
You want some more Mole Man?
Yeah.
How about this classic? Look at that.
Oh, that is very cool, man.
Colors on this are absolutely amazing, right?
I like the fist on Reed Richards and how Mole Man's like blocking it like he's a staff master, you know, kung fu block.
Very cool. Number 89.
Doesn't it look like Johnny Storm is kind of like tripping, like he fell?
Yeah.
Like he got knocked off balance or something, right?
He fell on his head.
Because look at the flame. Look at the flame under Richard's leg. Like did he? You know what I mean?
It's like he came around and went boop.
But he's fallen, right?
Yeah.
No, it came. The flight path starts by the left side of the book. He hits the ground, goes off camera.
Or he came this way.
Going the wrong way.
Going this way.
That's the way he went. Yeah, that's the way. So he's definitely out of control. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Cool stuff.
Interesting chain of events. More Human Torch kind of out of control, getting a nice little shoulder blast from Dr. Doom on this cover.
And a Doom cover we forgot to show in our Dr. Doom episode. I found a whole bunch of them too in my collection. I was like, oh, we forgot this one.
Well, I had a bunch, so I knew we were doing this episode too, so I didn't want to, you know, like, what's the word? Saturate the market?
Yep.
I didn't want to saturate the market.
That's the nice way of saying it. I would have said blue our wad, but okay, whatever.
Oh. I thought you said this was a family show. You said.
Well, yeah, time. Right. Okay, all right.
You're drinking F-bomb dropper every time. I never police you on this show. What else have you got?
All right, my last Kirby one, issue number 100. Got everybody on here. Look, you got the Hulk, and you got Namor and Sandman and Doom and Dragon Man and who else? The Thinker, the Wizard. The baboons, the baboons were with the Thinker as well, right?
That's really cool. You hooked me up with that reprint version of that once you scored that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because I got that now. That's a pretty cool cover.
Right.
Again, that last one I showed is a recent acquisition, I guess, since I've been collecting again recently, these past couple of years. But this one, again, was another one in the original collection from way back when. It's issue 145, but we got a lot of action on this cover, man. And Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Oh yeah,
I dig this one also. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah,
very cool. Neat. So I guess we move along.
Turnak the Monster.
Issue 156 with Doctor Doom on the cover. I left this out of our Doom episode.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Look at that holy glare, Batman. Yeah.
There we go.
Definitely cool.
All right. How about issue 103?
103. How many do you have left after 103?
I don't know, like 5.
Okay.
Like
I have 3 left.
Okay. Again, classic Namor, Fantastic Four battle there, always battling out. Gotta love it. That is a.
Why don't you go again?
I can do that. You're going to like this one.
Because you got 5, I got 3. Oh, yeah. Nice, man. That's an expensive book now.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
This is 112. Yeah, I got this fairly recently.
That is awesome. All right. Continue. 165. The Hulk and the Thing fighting again.
Gee, what a surprise.
We're keeping it going. Oh, man. All right. If you pull out something similar to the same subject matter, I'm going to laugh.
No, not really, but.
Oh. Yeah, I was thinking about that one, too. But I pulled those other 120s.
122,
trying to keep it at 10, That's an awesome cover, too.
Good Galactus cover, good Buscema Galactus cover. You got the Thing lying in a heap at the bottom. Pretty cool.
Silver Surfer under the evil grasp of Galactus. I got you. 167. And I had this signed by Joe Sinnott. Yeah. Part 2 of the fight, Hulk against the Fantastic Four.
Yep. Doesn't
get any better than this. And to have it signed by Joe Sinnott, it was even the cherry on top. Thank you, Joe. That's a great cover. I got one more.
Gotta have more Namor Thing battles, right?
With his new suit.
With his new suit, right? Gotta love it.
Namor's new suit, right?
Yeah. You want me to throw another one out since you only got one left?
Sure.
Here's a cool Rich Buckler, Joe Sinnott cover. This is 159. As Bill disappears, I'll show another one. 170. I like this little run with Luke Cage, because I'm a big Luke Cage fan. Luke Cage joining the Fantastic Four. Weird, right?
The last in my collection, I believe this was 271. How ironic.
Say, where is it?
See the? Huh?
Where is it? It's white.
It's because it's the Human Torch. He's I'm trying to show the hologram.
I see it now.
White hot. It's the Human Torch. It's a 3D stamp. This is issue, I believe it's 271. It's really hard to show off, but I think it's pretty cool. It's the only cover in my collection like this. I think it's truly unique. They did do a reprint, and the cover's all red, like a pinkish red. That's the reprint version of this. But that's the last of my Fantastic Four in my collection. This is actually what number is that?
This is 172. This is very notable because they're fighting the Destroyer, which normally you only see fighting Thor, but he actually was the Herald of Galactus for a short time, and that's the reason why that happened. And the last one I wanted to show off here was number 175. I thought this is pretty neat. The High Evolutionary going against Galactus, two pretty potent villains there, duking it out. Fantastic Four in the middle. There you have it.
I was trying to look at the price on this. I think it's $1.95. I'm not sure. I think this book came out like in '92, somewhere in there. But
so just think,
neither one. It was ironic. It was because the cover's a 3D stamp, and there was no ink on it. I thought, man, this is odd, man, because the camera's not doing it justice, but you can see it's this Fantastic Four, even though it's all 3D. Because when I first saw it on the rack, I was like, "What the hell is this?" You know, it's truly unique, though. You know, so
Very cool.
that's it for my Fantastic Four favorite covers. I'm
just
Wild
think-
Bill saying, I hope you liked it.
None of us showed any covers with the Impossible Man, the little green guy. I almost did. He was kind of a kooky character.
He's in the 170s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the 170s, right?
Yeah,
Does he come back again?
Yeah,
Like
he popped up. Yeah, he popped up
before the
a few times.
200.
I think
Because
so.
my last is like 186. I have a gap between 186 and 200. So they are cool covers, but yeah, he's you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Kazoo from the Flintstones.
Yes, a little bit.
Right?
That
There you
little
go.
annoying green guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little I guess I think it's a comic book cartoon trivia for some of those viewers out there, right?
Yep, exactly.
Trivia note we'll end with here. Anyway,
Cool.
I'm Wild Bill saying, hope you liked our favorite covers for the Fantastic Four. And we'll be back soon with some more videos. We're going to try and do a couple of tributes. We got a couple other ideas. So we're kicking some ideas around.
We got some
Come on
rants.
back and see us again real soon.
That's right. We got some rants cooking too. I know you guys like the rants. So stay tuned for all that. And thanks for your subscriptions and your views. And we'll see you next time. I am Pete for Wild Bill. Have a good one.
Take care. Bye-bye.